The takeover of Rangers has been rumoured to be completed before the beginning of May, and things are starting to heat up. Rangers fans are eager for the whole situation to be finalised so they can focus on the rebuild for next season. In today's video, we have some huge news, as Rangers have been handed a massive takeover boost. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Athletic Bilbao boss Ernesto Valverde has called out his club's own fans as embarrassing for causing carnage after their Europa League win against Rangers. The Spanish side eliminated Barry Ferguson's men in the quarter-final after a 2-0 win at their San Mamés ground. But there were clashes between fans and police after the match, which resulted in 6 arrests and a dozen injuries, including police officers. And Valverde wasn't happy with the ultras section of the Athletic fans for causing mayhem. He said, "It had nothing to do with football. It has to do with something else. There are people who use it for their own interests or to film it. They use football for that. For those of us who are inside the club, it embarrasses us. I don't want a party to enjoy and then have people who spoil it. The people who do this need to be educated. Bilbao will host the final next month, the first time they have hosted a major tournament final." Now, in a huge Rangers takeover boost, key Rangers takeover figure Greta Steinsson will do things the club has been crying out for, according to Barry Nicholson. Nicholson was a coach at Fleetwood Town when Steinsson was technical director at Highbury Stadium, and he reckons he could be a transformative figure at Ibrox. The ex-Iceland right-back has been regularly pictured alongside Andrew Kavanagh at Rangers matches as 49ers enterprises look to take a major stake in the club. One thing about Greta is he wouldn't be fazed going into work at a club like Rangers, said Nicholson, who made 10 senior appearances in Royal Blue. "I think he was like that as well as a player, tough and uncompromising. I actually remember playing against him down here when he was at Bolton. At Fleetwood, he wasn't shy of making big decisions. He'd go into Rangers with big ideas, and I don't think he'll be frightened to rock the boat a bit. He won't be scared of making big calls. I imagine that he'll be good at presenting in front of people with his ideas and vision. That's what owners want, especially the Americans." Steinsson transformed Fleetwood's academy during his time at the club, eventually helping them to develop talents and sell them for substantial sums. Nicholson thinks he could do the same at Rangers. "At Fleetwood, there was a big push for academy players to play in the first team," he said. "A few of them have gone on to do well. James Hill was sold to Bournemouth for £1 million. Josh Feeney went to Aston Villa, and Jay Matete went to Sunderland. So in the last few years, Fleetwood have seen the fruits of it and made a bit of money from transfers. If Greta is going to have anything to do with that side of things at Rangers, that will be his aim." Steinsson was appointed technical director of the 49ers Enterprises football branch in November. Assuming their proposed takeover of Rangers goes through, he could play a pivotal role at Ibrox. Since Fleetwood, he has been employed by some massive clubs and held important positions, said Nicholson. And it sounds like the consortium, who are looking to take over Rangers, have identified him as the guy to lead the football side of things. He'd be someone who would certainly go in with big plans, and I think Rangers have been crying out for that. In other news, Rangers have found themselves at the centre of surprising speculation, with Arsenal manager Mika Arteta being unexpectedly tipped for a sensational return to Ibrox. The rumour has surfaced just as anticipation builds over the prospective takeover of the Glasgow Giants by 49ers Enterprises, a development that has sparked both optimism and caution among supporters. The American investment group, fronted by Leeds United chairman Parag Marath and supported by healthcare executive Andrew Kavanagh, is reportedly closing in on a full acquisition of the club. Their growing involvement has been met with a largely positive reception, particularly with the summer transfer window fast approaching, amid speculation of potential player exits, including the likes of Hamza Yegaman and Nico Raskin. There's a renewed belief that a new era could be dawning at Ibrox. Fans are hopeful for an overhaul both on and off the pitch as Rangers look to regain domestic dominance and make a meaningful impact in Europe. However, the excitement surrounding the possible influx of American investment has also led to a dose of reality from within the Scottish football media. Speaking in the Daily Record, veteran journalist Hugh Keevans offered a stark warning about the dangers of inflated expectations. He cited a radio caller who suggested the incoming American owners should aim to appoint Mika Arteta as the next Rangers manager, a notion Keevans deemed wildly unrealistic. I had one caller on the radio prior to Rangers' visit to the Basque Country who wanted the club's prospective owners from America to offer Mikel Arteta the manager's job, Keevans wrote. That Mikel Arteta. It's a peculiar notion that Arteta might be attracted to the idea of playing Falkirk in the Premiership next season. But this is the danger attached to 49ers enterprises and their move on Rangers. While Arteta does have a historical connection to the club, having played for Rangers between 2002 and 2004, the idea of him leaving a title-contending Arsenal side in the Premier League to take charge in the Scottish top flight seems, at best, far-fetched. Arteta has rebuilt Arsenal into a serious force in England and Europe, and any managerial change at Ibrox is unlikely to involve someone of his current stature. Nevertheless, the future of the Rangers managerial post remains a major talking point. Barry Ferguson, a club legend and former captain, has been mentioned as a possible permanent option, especially given his deep ties to the club and understanding of its culture. Names like Jose Mourinho, Rafa Benitez, Steven Gerrard, Derek McInnes, and Russell Martin have all been floated in various discussions, indicating just how wide the net may be cast once the takeover is confirmed. Ferguson, in particular, embodies the club's traditions and expectations. He knows what it means to wear the shirt and lead the team out at a packed Ibrox. His potential appointment would appeal to the emotional and cultural values of the club, especially at a time when new ownership could bring sweeping changes both in the dressing room and behind the scenes. While fans are understandably excited about what 49ers enterprises could bring, especially in terms of financial backing and modernization, there is also an acceptance that change can be uncomfortable. Some established names may be moved on, and the hierarchy of the club could see a significant reshuffle. Supporters seem willing to embrace that, so long as it leads to sustained success. Still, the excitement must be tempered with realism. The suggestion that Arteta, who is currently leading a Champions League caliber side, would leave the Emirates Stadium to face the likes of Kilmarnock and Livingston is illustrative of how high expectations can sometimes run ahead of practicality. While the ambition is commendable, the focus must remain grounded as Rangers look to lay the foundation for long-term progress under a potentially transformative new ownership. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.